Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first-round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here, as we'll see the number 6 team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. First down here for this offense. On the ground, it's Thomas. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Fires it to the wideout. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down.
Boy, the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do right from the time he got the snap. The receiver was able to create some separation almost immediately on that corner route.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Inside the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Big wins like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
An inside give now from the shotgun.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. Escapes the pocket. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they gave up positive yards here on the scramble.
The Golden Bears lining up here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it from the red zone. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
Makes the grab, a chance to score. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line. And the Golden Bears will come to the line to crank up the tempo. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears. Just getting settled in for this conference championship game. This offense already has put points on the board, Kurt.
Man, they are not wasting any time at all settling into this football game. They got straight to their reads. Quarterback did a nice job of just kind of executing the game plan, and they're up 7 here early.
Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. Nothing open downfield, so we'll just throw it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. On the run, it's Johnson. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
That run, good for a 1st down. The offense still rolling. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Provo. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
Boy, a nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Provo. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. The back's got it. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Riley. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice game.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. And now the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. They begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Tight end goes in motion. In the red area, it's Johnson. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Catch made on the out route. Touchdown, Arizona. Strong game by this quarterback. Methodical but effective for probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
And the point after is good. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Now they get set to kick it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he steps out of bounds at the 15. That's where they'll start the drive. Cal's offense back out on the field now. Trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Just a small gain. Look at it, 2nd and 9.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Second down, looking to throw it. With sure hands, it's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. He'll look to throw it here on second down. Using his legs on the scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards. Nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And And he'll set up to throw. Looking for his big tight end. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
And I love this about this tight end. Whether you play zone and create windows you can just sit in, or here, man-to-man, he's got the athletic ability to run away from the defender, and a great throw here by the quarterback.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
That's an important first down on that running play. Tailback with another carry. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Nice grab. It's Thomas. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The Golden Bears have 1st and 10 here. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They bring him down. Blocker's not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
And the Golden Bears trying to cash in here in the red zone. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. That's caught. It's Thomas. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Out of the gun now on third down. The pass rush closing in. He eludes the rush. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down, and now this sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10.
1st and goal, handoff, and tackled there by the defense.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup and put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments.
Nice job by this defense on that second down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
The offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver, and he scores. Touchdown, Cal. Might have to try the extra point. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Here comes a first down pass attempt. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
And looking to throw now on first down. Looking to make a big play downfield. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? First down, looking to throw the ball. Extending the play now. Catch made down inside the 20. And he takes it into the end zone, but hold on. There's a flag down. So that long scoring play is spoiled by a penalty. That's a big call in this game. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And the pass is incomplete. We're down to just 4 seconds remaining.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Looking for a gap. It's Thomas. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Golden Bears will kick this away to begin the second half. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. And they get the second half started with the running play.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Looks like Arizona will have the first down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. Makes a quick catch. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Pass caught. 2nd down now. From the shotgun, drops back. Running out of time in the pocket. The downfield shot is caught, but receiver was out of bounds. Incomplete.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Looks like Arizona will have the first down.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
This Arizona offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Provo. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. Brought down, but it's past the line of the game.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Ball handed off. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
After the incompletion, they'll line up now for a 3rd and 5. They'll run it to the left. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Well, it seemed like the offense was trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
So no long field goal attempt. The offense is on the field to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Pass hauled in inside the 15. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is.
Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but is beyond the sticks for the first down.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
And the PAT is good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. Cal's offense takes the field now. Moving the receiver now before the snap. They go with a direct snap. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. Slides down to avoid the tackle. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. A pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris, is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time, the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
And the punt will bounce out of bounds. They'll spot this around the 35-yard line. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. Looking to throw it on 1st down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Here comes the bunch formation. And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch, and he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield, and you get a call like this.
Handoff heading left. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Slides the quick throw. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as the clock stops. Give both coaches a chance to strategize here before the time runs out. Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Lets it go quickly. Finds a receiver wide open.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. And that's a great example that he's up to it.
How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. They're going to run it here. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
The crowd now trying to make a difference here in the final possession. And that run produces a decent gain. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup.
Well, it all really comes down to this right now, Chris. You know, you're already in field goal range. You have a chance to maybe work a little bit closer. But let's face it, this defense, they're shooting those gaps. They're trying to come up with a loss of yardage, maybe trying to rip the ball out. Offense has to be incredibly smart with their play call and make sure you align that kicker where he's very comfortable to potentially hitting this game-winning field goal.
Can he get there on the ground? Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Tie ball game, late, and they're going for it on 4th down. And a timeout is called. They'll talk it over, tied late here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. Kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. And the sideline celebrates. They've taken the lead here in the final minute. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So California's offense back out on the field now. Interesting strategic decision. They've got some time to work with. Will they play for a field goal or take a shot at the touchdown and win it here? That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense will need some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock, a huge factor here. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking to scramble. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
Boy, this young man is doing everything he can to keep his team in this game, and this play checks all the boxes. Need a 1st down? Check. Get out of bounds and stop the clock? Check. Avoid himself getting a big hit? That's a big check.
1st down. Looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. It's pulled in. Completion on a diving catch. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Going to try to use his legs here. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Finds his man. It's Rodgers. Heads out of bounds after running for the 1st down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. And the Golden Bears come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Makes the ground. It's Thomas. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. So here we go. One of the biggest moments of this game. The field goal unit is out there for a pressure kick. The field goal is good. And that ties the score now in the final seconds. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Man, calm, cool, and collected. No doubt. Pressure is on. He delivers. I think we're looking at overtime here.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Returner tackled right there. That's when we'll start the drive. So here comes our first play of overtime. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. The sack sets up second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. He's moving out of the pocket. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That's a nice scramble there. A big gain, but not enough for the first down.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for the wide out. He's got it right near the end zone. Into the end zone to take the lead here in OT.
Oh, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
And now for the crucial extra point to push the lead to 7 in OT. Kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
The Golden Bears looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And the back gets the football. And it's a touchdown. They're an extra point away from double OT. Or you go for 2 and win it right now. And now for the crucial extra point to tie this up and force a second overtime. And he knocks through the PAT. So 1 overtime, not enough to decide this one. Here comes the first play of double OT. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
So second down after the incompletion. And he drops back in the gun. He's moving out of the pocket. Caught near the goal line. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
Chris, how about this? I mean, there's nobody open initially. He rolls out to be able to get out of the pocket away from the pressure and eventually finds the big tight end for those positive yards in that 1st down.
So the offense has a 1st and goal now here in the 2nd overtime. And the quarterback will just sneak it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, you just don't see that happen very often. A loss of yards on a quarterback sneak. I don't know if that was the center in the quarterback exchange. I don't know if he was not anticipating the snap. But to go backwards, that's on the offensive line and the quarterback.
See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Let's see what the call is on this critical 3rd and goal as they try to punch it in overtime. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And the wideout goes in motion. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to run it in. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, this has been tough to watch. So disappointing. They just can't punch it in. They're that close on 3rd down, and the offensive line gets dominated at the line of scrimmage and get tackled behind the line. Oh, my gosh. Chris, the question is, are they going to go for it here on 4th down, or are they just going to take the points? Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Here we go. A touchdown wins the game here, needing at least a field goal to keep things going. Looking for a gap. It's Johnson. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5. Arizona now operating in the red zone. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. And he's in. It's a touchdown to win the game. A double overtime classic.
What a great job by this entire unit. The coaches, the players, everybody keeping their composure as this game goes into overtime. They didn't panic. They did what they needed to do, and they come out of this game with a win.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.